We got Bert next. Bert, what do you got?
So just before Christmas, one of our local fiber artist stores asked for if I could make a spool knitter. She had a bunch of plastic ones, and the people were asking for something a little bigger for little people. So this is about 4 inches long. It fits in my hand really well. Little people use them, and I even made them a little knitting needle. And I can remember a blast from the past when I used to do this when I was really young. So I thought I had better try it and see if I could still do it. So my wife was just killing herself laughing because she gave me a spool of knitting wool or yarn. And 2 hours later, I had this pile of cord. So these are a real simple little project. Kids love them. Older people with arthritic hands love them because it's something they can do. And if they fall asleep, they don't have to worry about missing a stitch. And they're just a simple project. And kids love them. I think they sold about 14 or 15 of them just before Christmas for a small, Christmas gift. They're a good stocking stuffer.
You remember in childhood, we took a wooden spool. You remember the days of wooden spool, and we put little finish nails around and had the same thing, but this is really classy.
Yeah, this is, I remember that from my childhood as well, the little wooden spool with the knitting needle or with the nails in it. And when they asked if I could make something out of wood, I thought, well, I'm gonna have to try. And it's this one here is some oak and maple. I just had scrap laying around the shop, so I tried it, and it works, and they're really popular. Little people really love them. And I ended up making a video.
Can you demonstrate how that works? I've never played with it.
Show us your video or demo it. Yeah, demo it. Your hands are not quite in the screen. There you go.
Lower your hand.
Lower your hand. There you go.
Center it on the wall.
He's got a very elaborate setup there. Bert's calling it from Edmonton, Alberta, which happens to be the part of the world I'm from originally. So you're picking up each loop and putting it over the next post. Is that it? Yeah, I see. I kind of remember this stuff too.
That's interesting. I've never seen that.
Me either.
So once you're done with it, you've got all that rope there. What are you going to do with it?
Bert, you're muted.
I think you're muted, Bert.
Turn it into a placemat.
Yeah, we turned it into a placemat. You would kind of sew them together. You can use them as a trivet. You can make big ones and use them as a floor mat, or get out of your bed or whatever, and have it by on the tile floor. I can remember seeing those, and it was something our parents would give us to keep us keep us entertained. And out of their hair, basically. Yeah.
Like
You
for
can
one
make-
for glass coasters.
So
You could make a tea cozy.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And again, once you have the product, you're only limited by your imagination on what you can do with it. But I think the most important part for the little people is fine motor skills, using their hands, learning to tie the knots. And if they make a mistake, it's no big deal. It's easy to recover, and they learn fine motor skills. So I know a couple of school teachers or people that are dealing with some children that have developmental challenges, and they like something that's simple, it's not frustrating. And the only problem is that it's a sharp needle, so they have to make sure they use the right kids. You can't give it to the wrong kid, or he might stab himself.
If you could give him a pencil, you could give him that.
And that's the idea. And so like for the average preschooler, 5, 6, 7-year-old, this is perfect because it gives them something to do and they learn something and they end up with something at the end. So it's been really, really well received. And I did stick a link to my video that I did on, when I made these, I thought I better make a video of it because I'll forget how I did it. So I threw the link to my video on the
Okay.
chat.
We're not going to show your video from YouTube
No.
because we know we already learned in the past that YouTube you can't show a video in a meeting like this. Too much latency. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. No, and that's why I just threw it on the chat because it's like it's about 14 minutes long, but it's like, yeah, just go take a look at it when you get a chance
We'll do that.
if you're interested.
Thank you very much. Any other questions for Bert? Anybody?
Wood shop. Thank God for wood.